voices inside my head. See voices behind the wall, uplifting the underdog. We fighting above the law.
Hey Sharon. Hey Autumn Love. Looking forward to getting Cher's perspective also. I swear Allie needs to be looked into more from Uncut TIR. Yeah, definitely there's lies going on there. Protecting someone regardless, she knows a lot more about Summer's whereabouts than what she is stating. I agree. Hey Blonde Savage. Hey Angie. Hey Marie. Dalen. Cheshire Cat. Cousin. Hey Heidi. Hey Heather. Crystal G. Purple Butterfly. Lucia. A Penny. Hey Wandering Hearts. Pamela. Emma. True Crime Love and Blonde. Road Less Traveled. Rosie. Vicky. Hello everyone. I know it says coffee, but I have a ginger ale. Blackberry ginger ale. It's so good. Haven't been paying attention deep in my creative realm and made a new friend. Well, that's awesome. There's not really anything new. There's 3 news clips that came out yesterday between, the afternoon and evening. But it's not anything really new. Interesting how they're wording things, but yeah. Hey Marabella. Hey Peggy. Hey Zena. All of the smudges and burrs. Who's still, babe? That's nasty. Hey Linda. Who's still frozen pickle pop? Oops, was that yours, Mark? That's gross. Okay. All right, let's pull up those news clips. Okay, here we go. Okay, so okay, where's the first one? All right, so that would have been this one here. Okay, let me share screen here. Hey Crystal, hey Miss Quinzel. Hey Mountain Girl, Joanne, hello everyone. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this up here. Okay.
Know how to create awesome videos? Check out motionarray.com. You can do it too.
Titles so this is from WJHL.
Well, today, for the first time, we are learning the lead investigator in the Summer Wells case is speaking out. The pressure has been immense on the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office to figure out what happened to a little girl who reported missing back in June.
Ansley Daniel has been following this case closely. She has an update. Ansley?
Josh and Sarah, there was frustration, some anger, and the presence of a heavy burden when I sat down with the detective John Pruitt with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office. He's led this investigation into Summer's disappearance. He told me that as difficult as this case is to work, he is nowhere near giving up.
It is a lot to shoulder, it's a lot to burden. We have a missing child that we haven't found yet.
Almost 10 months and so much.
Okay, so I've conversated with this guy a couple times. He is also the guy that was on the phone saying that the Wells were offered media management and just went about doing their own thing. I believe that's the same guy, but I was connected to this guy at least 2 times. And I was asking him, does he get all the same tips that TBI gets, or should I be reporting to him and TBI as well? And he said that it does go to his desk as well, so that there was no need to report to both, just make sure TBI got everything that we thought, you know, was necessary.
Much heartache, and investigators aren't immune from that hurt. The question of what happened to Summer Wells still has no answer.
There haven't been very many cases like this. I have never worked a missing child case with.
Hi, Carrie Lee. Hey, Lake Superior. Angie B. Just Jill, Darzilla, Joanne, Storm Baby, Delete Don't Use, Chatty Jen. Hi, everyone.
With all these different entities and agencies involved.
The lead investigator on the case says his days are devoted to finding her.
My day, I check tip line and voicemail when I first get here. I do phone calls and follow-ups on any credible leads I've got. I follow up on anything that I didn't get to a good conclusion the day before. Then I go into my normal caseload of any new cases I've got, follow-ups on them.
They've received nearly 2,000 tips.
I will follow up on everything I can to try to bring closure for this.
Self-proclaimed on.
So I like him. He doesn't seem very enthused. Hey, Andy B. Hey, Oreo. Trisha Adams.
Online investigators and social media sleuths have turned this case into a mess of ideas. And tips have come in from everywhere across the U.S. and even overseas. That help, Pruitt says, has led to little more than time wasted.
If these people want to help so much, we always accept applications to certified individuals.
He says the investigation has led to the continued thought that if Summer is found, it will be nearby.
I believe that she would probably be somewhere close by.
Now, I've said that from the beginning, that I always believe she'd be found somewhere nearby, because they're always so sure that sightings aren't Summer or whatever. Also, I feel as though some of these people, like, I don't know, I don't like her sister's picture being hung up there. It feels like a trophy to me, but also a lot of times when this happens, like Kaylee Anthony was found very close by, I think, like damn near in their backyard. So I believe that too.
We found nothing to lead us to believe that she's been abducted or trafficked out of the area.
Pruitt works alongside the TBI and FBI, along with the ground search.
I want to rewind that for a minute because I was talking.
We found nothing to lead us to believe that she's been abducted or trafficked out of the area.
Pruitt works alongside.
Okay, we have found nothing that leads them to believe that she has been abducted or trafficked out of the area. So they don't believe she left that area. And then you notice they cut to the Wells driveway when saying they believe she's close by and that she hasn't left the area. So that's interesting that that's not their belief, right? So the abduction that Candace and Dawn have been trying to shove through our throats or down our throats is not even what the law enforcement is thinking. And they don't believe in she was trafficked out of the area either. So, interesting.
Inside the TBI and FBI. Along with the ground search, Pruitt says investigators have poured through data. Almost a year into the case, and Detective Pruitt says it still remains a very active investigation.
I'm not going to let it go cold.
Well, Detective Pruitt assures that what happened to Summer Wells is still being investigated daily. Tonight at 6, he walks us through each day and what it is like for a case that is like no others for all the investigators.
So, hey, Jeannie, that wasn't the whole sentence. They cut the sentence short. Hey, Kim Maple. Angie B. Kaylee was found like a quarter mile from the house. I followed that case so much. Trial on TV. Yeah. They gotta know something if they're not focusing on trafficking. Right, none of your business. Hey, Bob. She could have wandered off down the dog trail and someone picked her up Yeah, I know they're still saying that that's a possibility, but by the way they're saying it, I don't even think they believe that. They're just like, I mean, they can't exactly take that off the table because there is no evidence enough to say that didn't happen, right? Not yet, anyway. So, hey, Mystic, Melissa. Hey, don't panic, Sam. I am. Storm baby. Hi, everyone. Okay, so then there's a second one. There's two more. Okay, hold on here. So, there's that one. No, here's when he's describing kind of more into, I think it's a little more what they do for Summer's case. All right, let me share the screen.
Guys, go check out Artlist's new plan now. It's monthly, it's affordable, and it's
Nearly 10 months and still no answers.
Tonight, News Channel 11 dives deeper into the disappearance of Hawkins County 6-year-old Summer Wells. For the first time, we have heard from the lead investigator with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office.
And tonight he tells us what this investigation looks like right now.
Drive safe, Frankie.
Josh and Sarah, the case of Summer Wells does not look much different today than what it did when I first reported live on authorities searching out in Beach Creek back in June of last year. Now authorities are...
That's sad because what are we on? April 5th, so 10 days away from being the 10-month mark. We're very close up to a year and nothing has changed. It still looks like the day she was reported missing. So again, makes me feel discouraged. I just can't believe he threw that get an application in there. Oreo, I know, but you know, I kind of thought that was funny. At the same time, I can kind of understand, like, look, we aren't anywhere closer. So what we've all been doing that we think is helpful clearly isn't as helpful as we think. And it could be because half of the people are fighting each other and not really doing anything that's productive for Summer. We're fighting each other, and that can't be helpful at all. Welcome to the Crazy Train, Purple Butterfly. Choo choo. I can't find where to become a channel member. Thank you for the super chat, Vicky Horn. It should be, maybe it's not in my description. I'll find that. Let me find that quick. Oh, let's keep playing this while I look for that.
They're spending more time than ever before fielding through false tips as well as false hope.
It's sporadic. I mean, one day you might get 5 leads, the next couple of days you might not get anything. But it's been an active investigation that I've been devoted to since it first occurred.
As Summer's disappearance approaches the 10-month mark, the scenarios of what happened the night of June 15th continue to grow.
The wandering away, sneaking off to go play or whatever she may have done, that is a viable option.
The night she went missing, authorities said she walked away from her house. The following day, an Amber Alert was issued.
People are probably tired of hearing this. All possibilities are on the table. We're not completely eliminating the abduction idea, but...
All right, so not completely eliminating the abduction idea, but there is nothing to lead them to believe that, really. But again, there's nothing to prove it didn't happen either. But you can, I mean, it's fairly clear, right, that it's not really what they're thinking. Hey, Heidi Moon. And thank you, Heather, for finding that. You were quicker than me. Welcome to the Crazy Train, Vicky Horn. Choo choo. Thank you, guys. I gotta post some new stuff in there. There we go.
There's nothing to lead us to believe that we need to focus on that alone.
In the height of the search, those on the ground combed through miles of tough, rugged terrain, leaving many to wonder how there was no trace of little Summer.
She was like 3 foot, 40 pounds. It would be a lot easier for her to get through some of the foliage. And she's lower to the ground, smaller body, a lot more flexible.
Along with the ground search, Pruitt says investigators have poured through data.
We have gone through reams and reams of
You
data.
see, they're actually crediting Summer or Candace Wells for the pictures. They're actually crediting her.
We've
for the
collected
pictures.
statements. We've
Which is
chased down
interesting.
every credible lead that has been given to us. And we are still not much further along than when we started. Surveillance videos, GPS locations, cell phone tracking, cell phone data, electronic data, anything that we could think of to get our hands on.
As time continues to pass since that June day, it's increasingly hard to hold on to hope.
Well, we're 9 months in. I would hope that she is still alive somewhere, but we also have to be open to the idea that that is no longer a possibility.
Pruitt says that he has never worked a case like this with so many different entities involved, and he says it's still baffling that it looks the same as it did that night that Summer was reported missing. Coming up tonight at 11, we learn more about Summer's family's relationship with law enforcement.
It's still baffling to them. So, that's interesting. Hey, CDT. Hey, shut the fuck up, Donnie. Okay. Hi, D's, Everlasting Beauty. What is it? What's important? And throughout all that, you found no inconsistencies in their ever-changing stories. Right. For some reason, I thought already was a member. I'm hoping that just because these people are grossly ignorant, people assume it equals murder. I hope she's alive somewhere. I hope that too. Grandis told a friend that S never made it out of the truck. I've heard that, yep, but she didn't even get out of the truck after swimming. Jody Sue heard muffled scream. Could C have found her passed in the truck and screamed? Ah, that's interesting. Loving the noises share exactly where they should be. I think they're all a bunch of incompetent idiots. Yeah, Cher, not that I agree, but could Don have Candace similar been messing with people just as a form of entertainment for themselves? I mean, so, I mean, at this point, I can't say anything's impossible, right? I mean, we aren't anywhere closer. You heard him. We're nowhere closer than we were the day she was reported missing, and that's just sad. It's discouraging, and it seems as though we've been more of a problem than helping, which also is kind of weird, but I can see that too. Like I said, half of us are really fighting each other. We're making tips on stupid shit. Well, I'm not, but there's people that are reporting each other. Like actual YouTubers are being reported for knowing where Summer is and stuff like that. So yeah, that is wasting their time and hindering the investigation when people want to be idiots, or people want to be idiots and think the TBI and everyone cares that some lady is making shit up in pictures and, you know, saying that kids' feet are coming out of the ground and shit. Like, yeah, when you have people that are actually taking the time and reporting just ridiculous shit. I mean, half the shit that I've heard people report is just like, it's like, really? Like, it's just pathetic. So, and y'all hear it too. So, yeah, it's definitely not helpful. That's why I left it in your messenger. My name is Dolores. Oh, okay. I will look after this. Hello. Hey, Stitching, Bitching, and True Crime. They gave a shout out. Hello. Love you all. And I even gave y'all a shout out on my YouTube video to y'all. J for J, Chasing Truth and Cracking Cases. Seems to be that nobody wants her found. No, I don't believe that. I mean, people want her found, but the way they're going about it, I don't know. It's clearly not helpful. Hello, here's Sally, my Jack. I think they need you on the case, Cher. No, because clearly nothing I've sent in has been helpful either. I do know that some of the things I sent in, definitely he got questioned about because he would ask me, are you the one who called TBI on me? So, and like I said, they've put me in touch with the head agent into TBI of the case. So some of the stuff is worth reporting, but there is silly stuff that we hear people are reporting that you just know is silly, and it is a waste of the time. Hey, Lisa Cartmill, welcome to the Crazy Train. Choo choo. Thank you for becoming a member. I am that Summer has all the YouTubers because their parents don't seem to care. Yeah, and I'm not trying, it's just that the way we've been going about it isn't helpful. So, you know, tonight I'm going to hold an open panel for the creators to get together and like, what can we do to be productive? And hopefully people all hear what he's saying. And I kind of agree with what he's saying, and I disagree. I think that a lot of us are trying to do what's right and report whatever, and it's not our job to know if it's useful or not because we aren't law enforcement, right? But we do care about Summer, and so we are reporting things. So there's that. But we got to think of something else where we can be helpful and not continue to, I guess, it sounds like we're all hindering. Which, how could we not be? You've got YouTubers that are up there prancing around in what I would consider to be a crime scene. And we got people out there partying it up and prancing around and hanging out and sleeping over and, you know, remodeling shit. And how, I mean, of course people have been hindering. My question is, if it was Grandis did something to Summer because cracking cases showed how police use wording to see if you lie, and he said it was up to God, but Grands love Summer. I don't know. You love Summer, but you lied for the first 9 months of this because she never talked about taking a nap up until Ronnie Lawson said something about the attorneys. So, and then all of a sudden she come out and talk, and it's different now, completely different time frame if you ask me, because she was sleeping, and it doesn't even sound like she was at the swimming hole. Membership link for iPhone. I'm not sure. That might be it. Okay, what did... So many have stepped up to make money on this, all kind of lowlifes. Yeah, you would have to go watch what they did to see what I'm saying. I think the whole damn lot of them are involved. The whole dang county seem to be corrupt, just my opinion. That's interesting, Mystic. That's interesting. I'm going to share something tonight because I questioned somebody about Tim Mullen. And the response I got from this person is really well liked and pretty well known, especially through this case on a different channel. And I was shocked at what they had to say about Tim Mullen. And it does make me question, because there's ties to Dr. Phil, there's ties to all these other things. So the conspiracy in me is like, yeah, this is some kind of conspiracy. Everyone is covering up. And it's not, you know, it's not impossible. But I don't know. I'm trying not to be conspiracy, but it's hard when Don Wells has personally talked to me about conspiracies in this case and how it goes much deeper than owing the cartel money. And there's conspiracies, but he doesn't really want to talk on them. And that he thought that he could trust in law enforcement and police, but it turns out they're the ones that he can't really trust, and that he wants to talk about the conspiracies all, but he doesn't really think he should on YouTube. So that's interesting. I mean, I've got that all in text as well. So, I mean, there's that, but I hate to bring conspiracy in when she's still missing and we don't know what happened. You know, people don't really like that, and I understand that, but it's hard for me not to go there when it's been brought up to me by this Summer Wells's father. But we know that they also put on many, many productions. Like, why has Candace not been charged for clearly providing alcohol and drugs to minors? I have no idea. Tim is a greasy little weasel inserting himself. Yeah. And so for hearing people actually kind of defend Tim Mullen, and I'm kind of like, what the frick? Hey, White Rabbit. You've been having some awesome panels lately. I've been listening, just not really chatting. I say everything goes to FBI. I don't trust LE and TBI anymore. I just feel things are so obvious and inconsistencies and nothing is being done. That's what it feels like. It sure feels that way. But then you listen to what they're saying and it makes me feel like they really think that Dawn and Candace are involved and that she is buried somewhere close to their property, is how I feel from the last couple of days. But that they can't really take anything off the table. So again, we're not being told anything new because we've all been told that they think that there's, what'd they say, foul play, I believe they had put on the table like back in December. I'm sorry, but who's defending that mama's boy? Now, there's another, where's the other one? So there's that one, and there's this one. Oops. Okay, it's gonna be.
Check out this new plan now. It's monthly, it's affordable, and it's made for us social creators. Get unlimited.
Tonight, News Channel 11 dives deeper into the disappearance of Hawkins County 6-year-old Summer Wells. And for the first time, we're hearing from the lead investigator at the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office in charge of the case. Tonight, he tells us what the Wells family relationship with law enforcement looks like now, as Summer's father remains in jail and lawyers are involved.
In February, Sheriff Ronnie Lawson told News Channel 11 that the Wells family had lawyers and were no longer cooperating. The lead investigator for the case explained how that, as well as how her father's current stint in jail on unrelated charges, hasn't moved this case forward.
The family has attorneys involved, and that is not a direct line of communication.
Okay, so the family does have attorneys involved again. So is this going to shake something up in Candace and Grandis again? I don't know. I mean, last time law enforcement said they had attorneys involved, they called Ansley immediately for an interview and wanted to say that's not true. So again, who do we believe, law enforcement or them? Like, I'm gonna believe in law enforcement over them at this point because of all of the dumb shit that they have tried to pull on us. So they didn't exactly come on to the social media scene trying to actually want us to help find Summer, right? It's been production from the get-go because they've been actually feeding us misinformation to basically discredit all of us all the way from the start, it seems like. So as I've said from the very beginning, they have created this to basically go cold, and people kept saying, oh, I'm not going to let it go cold. Well, this case has definitely been steered into the direction that they want people to shut up about it, and definitely kept off of mainstream media for whatever purpose that Tim Mullins thought was a good idea.
tone is quite the change from what it was last year when Summer was first reported missing.
It was pretty good. We would show up about every day, make sure that they were okay, and had a decent line of communication with them.
About a month later, in July, Child Protective Services removed her 3 older brothers from their home and appointed attorneys to the case.
They have been appointed for other instances, but it bleeds over into this investigation as well.
Summer Wells' father, Don, was arrested late last year for driving under the influence and violating probation.
Going off of that, obviously we know that Don Wells is incarcerated here. Does that play a role at all in this investigation?
No, ma'am.
On February 7th, a judge ordered him to serve the remainder of his 11 months and 29-day sentence in the Hawkins County Jail.
With Mr. Wells, he knows when he first came into the institution, he knows at any time he wants to talk to let their staff know, and I will get to him as quick as I can.
But Pruitt hopes the Wells family knows, despite the other legal troubles, they can reach out anytime.
Communication between me and the family have changed, but I hope that they still understand that they can come talk to me at any time they want to.
You can find all of today's coverage from our interview with Detective Pruitt, as well as more in-depth reports on the Search for Summer section of our website.
So I don't even know what to think. Okay, let me go back through chat here. It bleeds over to this investigation as well. Yeah, I don't know how. Something feels weird though with Ellie. I don't know, man. It feels like they want this to just go away. That's how I feel. I feel too. Tim got a hold of Monkey's family. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I don't know what this man is trying to do. That's a problem. Mullen. I say Tim Mullins because he's weird and has like multiple personalities and voices he uses, but it's Mullen, Tim Mullen. Hello, Cods Walloped. Share hello to you, beautiful. I've been diving into your conspiracy. My heart rate goes up as soon as you mention it. And yes, I've tied definitely. I think we'll get into that over the weekend. Would be a good one. Maybe some Saturday and conspiracies and supernatural. Only because I know that pissed them off so much. However, if there was muffled scream, that's obvious. Some bad person grabbing her. I wonder why they discounted the scream. Yeah, because we had Sheriff Ronnie Lawson say that the scream is unfounded, right? So I do think it's huge that they're saying they aren't cooperating. That doesn't look good. Yeah. And the family has attorneys for other cases. So what would that be? The family needing, because the family doesn't need attorneys for what Don is arrested for, right? So it's making me think, is there charges from, you know, Candace and the boys? Like, why does she have an attorney that she can't talk? Like, I don't know. Is there charges? But there's gag orders and stuff and we would never know. But like, what are the other attorneys for the families for? Because there's nothing that they're getting charged with Summer, right? So what else are they being charged with? Is Candace looking at charges for providing to a minor or something else that we don't know? I don't know. But for them, they said the family has attorneys. So what is the family being charged with that they would get county attorneys for? I wonder where Candace has been. She's suddenly quiet. Yeah. If she actually has an attorney, they would be telling her not to go on YouTube. I mean, they have attorneys for the CPS case with the boys. Okay. Hey, Killer Looks. Somebody said coffee. Maybe the boys have been talking. Could be, Jackie, if they've had the boys talking with a forensic psychologist, which I'm guessing they have done that, but we won't know because they're all minors, right? So it's not going to be on record for us. They're going to have to crack Rose's case, and then they can have enough to see this family is guilty, have the FBI take over. Yeah. I mean, I don't think, let's see, I don't think even Tim Mullen has posted recently. Nope. 3 weeks ago. So that's interesting. CPS lawyers don't insert themselves into criminal cases. Yeah. It's not just a CPS lawyer. That's not her lawyer per se. She made statements like her lawyer was on it in reference to the case. That wouldn't be her CPS lawyer. That makes no sense. Well, who are these higher ups? Because remember, was it the Glairer had asked her, who are the higher ups? Is it law enforcement, or your PIs or law enforcement or whatever? And she said no. And so that had everyone talking like, well, if it's not her, like her attorneys or law enforcement or anything like that, then who are her uppers, right? She said she gave the phone to the uppers and that it wasn't law enforcement and attorneys and that. But then one of the last, I don't even remember whose panel it was now, when she went on there, and then she said it is law enforcement and attorneys. So she can't even, they just all lie so much they can't even keep their lies straight anymore. It's unbelievable. We got straight suspects that we've all created into being YouTubers. Straight up paid, getting ads on their shit. Straight up suspects in this case. That is wild. Yes, Candace gave BK $1 last night on his show and told him to fuck off. So she is around lurking. Oh my God, of course she is. Did she really give... She gave him $1 and told him to F off? Well, I don't know. That's kind of funny. I don't know. But, I mean, we all knew what Benny was doing all along. This is not news. People shouldn't be shocked what that man was doing, because I've told everyone what he was doing from the beginning. But I'm just a liar. But he even just fucking admitted that. I knew when I started hanging around there that these folks did something to their daughter. I've been saying that shit. And people are acting surprised now. Hey, Shooey Mom, good to see you. I was thinking about you this morning. Hey, Bobby Cat. Snaps for Candace. They're all playing gross games with a sweet child. I won't ever be the same, as I'm sure most feel the same. Yeah, all smudges. I believe none of it. FBI says she's close, so start digging, Bunker. Yeah. Cher, check the upper room. It's ministry based in Nashville. Oh. I knew Benny was too smart to fall for her BS. Yeah. She got a lawyer when FBI took BK's phone, computer, and Tim Mullen's having Don Watt's phone. So sketchy, and Candace said not giving it to Ellie. Yep, she said it wasn't. Exactly, Candyland. Hey, Riza. In my opinion, everyone is looking deep into the wrong place. In my opinion, the key people are Don, the church, Tim Owens, Robin, Jackie Dobson. Candace is guilty of horrific child abuse and stupidity. I kind of agree with that, Carol. Yep, I can agree with that. Cowboy car crushing, howdy howdy. Homie chick. They're not good parents, have substance abuse problems at home. When CM went inside, was a disgrace. I don't trust him, their manager. They lied so much. It's a hostile environment. If the boys had said anything that didn't jive with what Candace said of that day, then wouldn't be a clue of guilt towards Candace, but they didn't. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff they aren't telling us as well, right? Someone has been posting on their Summer Wells Facebook page they created. Yeah, and I've seen on Don's Facebook things say that sometimes that they are active. Oh, thank you, Shuby Mom. Appreciate that. Tim Mullen has been posting on Media Manager Wells on Facebook, even responding to posts from people. Yeah. Bobby Cat, Cher, kudos to you. From the start, got them to talk and get more info. You called them right out. You had their number from day one. Yeah. One of the very first thing I ever said to Don was, where is your daughter? Like, where's your daughter? Was it on your show that someone said Allie said Candace peed on a pillow in their truck? I don't recall that being on my show. I feel like I'd remember that. That's okay. Thank you, Shuby Mom. I appreciate the Cash App because it's going to my daughters. Who, by the way, if you guys are following, are still currently safe away from the abuser and doing their school, doing good, and we're just taking it one day at a time. So it was on Prairie Garden of America. Yeah, somebody I think had told me that yesterday. That's crazy. I don't even know if that's true. That honestly, Candace peeing her pants on a pillow has nothing to do with bringing Summer home. So yeah, they're staying with a friend right now. Yeah, and then come September, I'll be helping them find part-time jobs and a place to live. They want to get an apartment or like a trailer home together. And on a theory roller coaster. Me too, G. Maria. It's easy to do in this case because look what they have come and put out, to all of us from the jump. I mean, very early on, sometime in July, we had Dawn wanting to plan some $1 million pay-per-view event for some fake confession, right? So, and they've been speaking about Summer being passed away from the beginning. Everyone who was in Summer Wells's core of people, all very early on, talked about Summer died that day. All of them. Candace, Dawn, Allie Grandbun, when they had the interview with Chris McDonough and Chris McDonough was asking questions. And Allie said on Chris McDonough's interview, she said, well, Hunter, he wasn't acting right that day, but he said Summer was alive in the truck. Why is Hunter being dropped off on June 15th to come home and people are questioning him if Summer is dead or alive in the truck? Why is that even a conversation? And then we see JLR's video where you got Grand Bun saying to them, the day Summer died. Speaking about June 15th, like Summer died that day. She says before Summer died. So they're speaking of her like that. That's disturbing. I suspect Candace was not home when Summer got gone, but she can't tell Dawn that. Hello, wee Scottish Ma. I think Dawn will crack if he is offered a great deal by the DA. I think that too, Dalen, but I don't know. Sure, after speaking with some people I know in D.C., what I took from the convo is that the FBI is most likely the head agency and they know a lot. I can see that, Bobby Cat. Oh, Betsy Leak, I'm so very late, but I'm here now. I'll go back and watch from the beginning. Love you, Cher. Thank you, Betsy Leak. Love you too. I appreciate that super chat. My husband told me to use the big white wall in our dining room. I have the same dream over and over. I'm underwater trying to swim up through a web of strings, trying to untangle them. Candace came home and discovered Summer was gone. Before that, Jody and her kids heard a scream and muffled sound. That's when it happened. Yes, Heather, glad you're here. Sorry, but I can't see how anyone buys a single thing the Wells say or do, right? Like they're innocent. Like, huh? Seriously? There's only so much Ellie can say, though, and I do get that. Right. That's exactly right, Blonde Bunny. Should be Mom, Cher. Allie and Andrew said they told Ellie about Candace doing stuff to H, and they told her, we're not interested in that right now. Do you really think they would say that? Well, if they're not interested in that right now, that's interesting because they are certainly interested in Don's past behavior, right? So, yeah, Tim Mullen creeps everybody out. I don't know who he doesn't creep out. Hey, Barbara Kelly. Hey, Annie. Hey, Annabelle. I knew Benny was too smart to fall for BS. Yeah. All right, I'm behind in the chat. All right. Yeah, I don't buy anything that any of them say. So, tonight I'll pull this up, but I will read to you. I reached out to Scott Rouse from the behavioral panel. Cotton candy boobs! It's 3 hertz for you. You can't handle... Tennessee law enforcement can't handle this case. It does sound like it's like not something they've ever handled before. I asked Scott Rouse March 29th. I said, good afternoon, Miss Rouse. Will you ever speak about what you and Greg felt about the presence of Tim Mullen? Did he seem like a puppet master at all? Scott replied, he said, he was nice. I think he took really good care of them in LA and was really professional about it. I said, well, that's good to hear then. Would you say we are all being harsh on him then? I really don't want to do harm to any case, and you are my favorite out of the 4, but I really appreciate the response. Also understand if you can't exactly answer these questions. It feels like he is lying, though. Very interesting response. I wasn't expecting that. LOL. Thanks, Scott. Scott then replied and said, no, he's okay. He just felt very sorry for them and wanted to help. He is harmless, I promise. I liked him and so did Greg. That's weird to me. So either they're just saying that to me for now, I don't know why, or that's what they really truly believe. I don't know, but I don't know how you can be around or hear the words that come out of that man's mouth and actually think that he is okay. So I don't know what to take from that. I do get to points where I feel like it's possible that this is just a huge cover-up. I don't know. They're all so very short on staff. They said 10 detectives. I have seen the video where Ronnie Lawson is having trouble keeping sheriffs on his team because people around are paying their detectives and their cops more, like $10, $15 more an hour. So I know that is an issue that they brought up. Not too long ago. When was that? Yeah, it wasn't too long ago. And Ronnie Lawson was saying, like, one of his main detectives was offered more money, so he can't keep him in. Let's see here what the difference was. Let's see. What do we got here? Let's listen to Grandma one more time.
Know how to create awesome videos? Check out motionarray.com. You can do it too.
Search thoroughly. They say it's extremely
Another story at 6. Day 2 in a planned search for missing 6-year-old Summer Wells is now over.
The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation said teams scaled previously identified points of interest in Hawkins County. The agency says much of the area where Summer disappeared requires extra time to search thoroughly. They say it's extremely steep and dangerous. News Channel 11's Ansley Daniels spoke with Hawkins County Sheriff Ronnie Lawson, the lead investigator in the case.
Yeah, Ansley, the sheriff told you today that Summer's family now currently is not cooperating with law enforcement?
That's exactly right, Josh and Sarah. He also told me that the family has attorneys. Now, he did tell me that he didn't want to speak any further on the matter, but I did have the chance to speak with Summer Wells' mother and grandmother at the home where she disappeared earlier today. And her grandmother told me that she wanted to address the sheriff's comments about them not cooperating, as well as whether or not they have an attorney. And this was the first time that we have spoken with her on camera since her granddaughter went missing.
Mr. Lawson stated that Candace and the whole family is lawyered up. I can't speak for Donnie, and I know Candace hasn't because she's told me she hasn't, and I have not. If law enforcement wants to talk to me, TBI wants to talk to me, they have my phone number. They know when I leave the state. They know when I'm here.
Summer Wells' grandmother, Candace Hare, says she hasn't spoken with law enforcement since December 13th.
They have not contacted me since the YouTubers were down here in the driveway, and we asked them about trespassing.
Summer's grandma was with her granddaughter all day on June 15th, the day she disappeared. She walked me through what they did that day and said she and Summer were repotting cactus plants outside of her camper, and then
Summer came in and had a piece of peppermint, which is her favorite, and then she went in. She said, "Mama, I want to go play with the boys." Candy walked her back to the house, and she asked the boys to keep an eye on her, and that's the last time I seen her.
As the 9-month mark of when her granddaughter was reported missing approaches, she says the social media and online rumors have to stop.
If they want to help, that's great. But if they want to spread lies, that's a different story. Because that's all they're doing now is spreading lies. They're reaching and trying to figure out what lie can we spread now. And I'm tired of it.
Okay.
Now, Summer's mother, Candace Bly,
I kind of don't think anyone's actually trying to spread lies, or not intentionally. But definitely lies are being spread. But we have the parents out there spreading lies. Tim Mullen made a deal with Dr. Phil not to cross the line. Yeah, I could honestly believe that. Cover-ups happen all the time. I was one of the first search and rescue medical crews called to 911. I can tell you a shitload of info to show this was false flag. Yeah. So all its consideration, there's no actual indications of SA in Summer's case. I mean, yeah, of course, right? Because we don't have Summer to even know what happened to her at all. We all have our thoughts and theories because we're judging Don for what he's confessed in his past and what his sisters have brought forward, or stepsisters have brought forward. And, yeah. It's the parents lying. Everybody else is just trying to make sense of those lies. Right. And they've been lying from the jump and coming on here and on purpose giving people false information, and they think it's funny, or doing, prank calls and they're doing the most, and none of it has been helpful. If anything, the parents haven't been as helpful as they should be with their own missing daughter's case. They have actually made it the circus on social media that it is, because like you say, we've had to weed through all of the bullshit that they've came to us with. And it's time after time again, multiple creators, because I don't know what they thought. They wanted to come on here, become YouTube famous, I think. They wanted to be a social media sensation, and they're on their way to that. So Candace did an actual skit. Yeah. I feel Ellie let Summer down, unfortunately. From the time, they didn't even put the proper pictures that should have been used, in my opinion, allegedly, and all that bullshit. For the Amber Alert. That is not what Summer looked like the day she got gone. I don't know about y'all, but I don't know any men that take showers with 5-year-old girls. Me neither. Me neither. It's not appropriate at all. I think Dr. Phil should have been harsher on them. Yeah, definitely that it wasn't the same Dr. Phil we see on so many, like him being harsh with so many people. But then again, how did Dawn and Candace get their drug hookups while they were there in LA? Because they were. Remember, I was getting the calls and stuff while they were there, sneaking out, and they were still getting their drugs of choices while they were there. Who was helping them get that? Tim? Some kind of show production people? Like, who made sure that they had what they needed? Because they certainly did. I mean, Benny and I were even on the phone at that point, and he was like, how the fuck did they find cocaine when they're like in Cali right now, you know? But they were finding it, so who helped them get their drugs of choice while they were out on vacation and filming for Dr. Phil and all that? Who made sure that they had hookups? I don't know, but they certainly had it, and you can't tell me that they somehow got on their own out of Tim's eyes or watchful eyes or whatnot, because they were all staying together. So it is so bad, but it happened. That is definitely something that I'm believing, because I know the phone calls I was getting while they were filming Dr. Phil. That's why I was shocked nobody knew that Tim Mullen was with them. Like, I knew. I'm talking more. That's good, Dee. Also, Dr. Phil and Behavior Panel were easy on them because Ali told them to do that, in my opinion. I could see that too. That's why maybe Scott Rouse's replies to me are not really the case, just, you know, trying to, because I asked. But then again, they don't necessarily, they don't have to answer my questions either. They could just ignore me and never answer me, right? So, I don't know what to think. So, I wonder if Candace tears on Dr. Phil were real or faked. It could have been a lot of anxiety. I think it was fake, but I think it was planned. She definitely planned to cry, and I think that a mixture of whatever they were on at that time with the anxiety and stuff pumping through, I mean, that could bring tears, right? So, that call that she claimed she got of Summer, that was a staged call to probably try and get that reaction from Candace. I'm not even sure, but yeah, that was all production too. That's why I'm very confused with the responses that I got from Scott Rouse, because it just doesn't really make sense. Especially when you've got him on his video saying it's possible he photographed Summer Wells at Candace with the kids prior to Summer's disappearance. That's fucking weird. Guess who had a book written about them called, oh, hold on, let me go back there. Called Deviant, although I couldn't even finish the book. It was so disgusting. Ed Gein. Oh. Mm-hmm. And he's quite the musician too, so he definitely has some Charles Manson vibes going on. Lady is Straight says, I'm thinking Summer is an old well somewhere. That's sad. Tennessee has got real losers for Ellie. Oh, I don't know. This case, though, is definitely an interesting one. I'm thinking Summer's... Oh, I already read that one. Bob G. Candace could probably fit a lot more. Well, remember, guys, she doesn't metabolize lies, so... So in my opinion, if we start over and stick to facts and actually witness testimony, we will be closer to figuring it out accurately. That's good idea. So tonight I'm going to do an open panel. And we can put our heads together and see, like, what do we do from here? We don't have much facts to go on, just like the police don't have much facts to go on. But how do we keep Summer's name out there because she's still missing, and be helpful and useful, at least in the community, and stop bothering the law enforcement, but still not just move on to the next case and forget about Summer? Because I feel like that's not right or fair to Summer either, because she's still not found yet. We're going on a year. But at the same time, like, what are we all fucking doing? I don't even know anymore. Drive safe, Sam. All right, guys. Well, thank you to the new members. Welcome. Choo choo. And thank you for the super chat, guys. I'm going to watch a few more things, and I will, I'm going to open up the panel, and I want to figure out, like, what do you guys think that we should do as a community to continue to keep Summer's name out there? But obviously something different has to happen. Apply more pressure on Don and Candace. Honestly, Don, Candace, and Grandis is what I'm thinking. But we've been doing that. Or the church, Candace and Don. There's something. Thank you, Heather. Okay, so we will meet back in 6 hours. And that live is all set up, and when I go live, I'll pin the panel link. So I think we can fit up to 10 people up there, I believe. So I'm going to open it up, and I hope you guys all come back this evening so we can all have an open discussion on what we can do and how we can better help Summer and where we go from here, knowing that we haven't really done anything to be helpful. Or that's what they're saying. Yes, I have emailed Don. I definitely got a reaction from him with the first email, not really the second email yet. Bye, Storm Baby. Hey, Vet Girl. In my opinion, every creator needs to send a zip drive of their conversations, text, TBI resources. Yeah. Yep. Don Davis Crimes started a petition to put missing children on more flyers. That is awesome. Thanks for being you, Benny B. Don't lie, a creator has. A few videos are out on her. On who? I think people should look closer at Allie. Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting too. The lead detective said YouTubers have made a mess of this case. That is for certain. Yeah. And I don't think I think he's a little wrong with that, and also not wrong with that, because YouTubers do make this messy. Just look at what's in our community alone. Now you have these very people keep calling and bothering with all of these issues and turning each other in because they're mad at each other, don't like them, and they're trying to, be like, oh, Cher has Summer or Benny has Summer. That's just bullshit, okay? Like, Benny and I have our issues, whatever. But Benny doesn't know where Summer is. If Benny knew where Summer is, Summer would be home. Now, the shit Benny's done is ridiculous, okay? But do I believe he knows where Summer is? No, hell no, I don't. No. No. People of the church, or people who have surrounded Don and Candace and Grandis, like, from the get-go, which would be Tim, Robin, Church, David Dotson, like all them people, that's probably the best route to revisit again, in my opinion. The parents started the mess. Exactly, Salem. That's exactly how I feel. Please research the picture of Dawn holding Summer with her head on his shoulder. He said on live, maybe yours, the bad thing he had to post. Yes, that was my live. He said that too, and he texted me that was the last picture he took with her, and that he had to pose for that picture. So yes, I agree. That's always been disturbing. So that's something we can talk about tonight. If we have to start all over again, we will. I know of many creators have done that. But it's much like the Chris Watts case where you just got to keep starting it over. Maybe we pick up a little bit every time we hear it. So I certainly don't know what kind of crap I'd be pulling if I were in it. The parents started it because social media, hello, escalated. Yeah. David Dotson and Robin are totally sus in my opinion, but so are most of them. Yep. Let's dig deeper into the church. Yeah, I think that's an idea. Definitely. All right, y'all. So I will see you in about 6 hours and we'll put our heads together. Love y'all. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.